The myth of Odysseus and the Odyssey. Long ago, in a world where gods and mortals were intertwined by fate, there was one hero whose journey would come to define the very essence of perseverance, cunning, and the quest to return home. This is the myth of Odysseus and the Odyssey, a tale of adventure, wisdom, and the enduring human spirit in the face of insurmountable odds. It was after the Trojan War, a decade of endless battles, that Odysseus, king of Ithaca, began his long journey home. But this journey would not be an easy one. It would span 10 years, filled with treacherous seas, mythical creatures, and gods who either sought to help him or hinder his progress. Odysseus was a man of great intelligence and wit, known for his ability to outthink his enemies and turn the tide of any battle. His journey, however, would test not only his strength but also his very soul. His greatest challenge was not fighting monsters or facing storms, but staying true to himself and his mission, to return to his wife, Penelope, and his son, Telemachus. His first great trial came when he and his crew landed on the island of the Cyclopes, a race of giant one-eyed beings. It was here that Odysseus encountered Polyphemus, the monstrous Cyclops, whose island became the stage for one of the most famous moments in Greek mythology. Trapped in the giant's cave, Odysseus used his cleverness to deceive the Cyclops. He told Polyphemus that his name was Nobody, and when the Cyclops fell into a drunken stupor, Odysseus and his men blinded him. When the Cyclops screamed for help, he told others that nobody was attacking him, and so they left him to suffer. The cleverness of Odysseus was unmatched, but his pride would lead him into further trouble. As they sailed away from the island, Odysseus shouted back to Polyphemus, revealing his true name. This act of arrogance would bring great consequences. Polyphemus, in his rage, cursed Odysseus, calling on his father, Poseidon, the god of the seas, to make Odysseus's journey home long and filled with suffering. And so, Odysseus's voyage became a series of ever greater trials. He and his crew encountered the seductive sirens, whose songs led sailors to their doom. They faced the treacherous whirlpool Charybdis and the monstrous Scylla, and they visited the land of the dead, where Odysseus sought guidance from the spirits of the past. Throughout all of this, Odysseus remained determined, but there were moments when even his resolve faltered. His crew, weary and desperate, often gave in to temptation, like when they opened the bag of winds given to him by the god Icarus, unleashing a storm that drove them off course. And yet, time and again, Odysseus used his wit to survive, whether through deception, diplomacy, or sheer willpower. But it was not only physical challenges that awaited him. The gods, ever unpredictable, played a crucial role in his journey. Athena, goddess of wisdom, aided him at times, while Poseidon relentlessly sought to make his return impossible. It was a constant reminder that the gods, for all their power, were both allies and adversaries to humans. After 10 years of trials, Odysseus finally returned to Ithaca, only to find his kingdom overrun with suitors vying for his wife's hand. The faithful Penelope, believing him lost forever, had been forced to entertain these suitors, but she remained loyal, secretly holding out hope for his return. Odysseus, disguised as a beggar, infiltrated his own home. With the help of his son Telemachus and a few loyal servants, Odysseus took revenge on the suitors who had dishonored his household. The climactic moment came when Odysseus strung his great bow, a task only he could accomplish, and shot an arrow through 12 axe heads, a feat no one else could achieve. His home reclaimed, his family reunited, and his journey at last complete, Odysseus's return marked the end of a decade-long ordeal. Yet, the hero's story didn't simply end with his arrival. It was the journey itself, with its trials, growth, and the lessons learned along the way that shaped his legacy. The myth of Odysseus and the Odyssey is one of the greatest tales of Greek mythology, not just because of the adventures and dangers faced, but because of the timeless themes it explores. It's a story of perseverance, of the power of intellect over brute strength, and of the importance of home and family. It reminds us that while the journey may be long and filled with hardship, it is through overcoming these trials that we grow, learn, and ultimately find our way back to where we belong. In the end, the Odyssey teaches us that no matter how far we travel, the most important journey is the one that leads us back to our roots, our loved ones, and the essence of who we truly are. It is a reminder that home is not just a place, but a feeling, a place where we find rest after our struggles, where we are renewed and reminded of what truly matters.